Hi everyone, we are from Group 8 and we want to present about the punishments for corruption in Malaysia. So this is our table of content, which is we have introduction, legal frameworks and authority, also type of punishment for corruption, effective and challenging, and also conclusion. And this is our team members, which is JUNAIDAH, Ayu, Farisya and also ADDILA.
Corruption is one of the most serious social and ethical problems faced by nations around the world. So corruption can be defined as the abuse of entrusted power for personal gain, whether through bribery, fraud or misuse of authority. So in Malaysia, corruption is considered a major threat because it undermines government, damages the economy and also weakens public institutions. High-profile corruption cases such as 1MDB scandal, Sabah Water Department scandal and also Freda Global Ventures case have shown how corruption can damage Malaysia's image. So in Malaysia, the main law that governs corruption is the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission Act 2009, which is MACC. So this law serves as the foundation for investigating, preventing and also prosecuting corruption related to the offences.
The MACC Act 2009 provides a strong framework to fight corruption by criminalizing giving or receiving gratification, abuse of power and false claim. The key section includes Section 16, offence of giving gratification, offering money benefits to influence decision. Section 18, corruption in contract, give commission to win tender unfairly. Section 23, abuse of position, using power for personal gain such as awarding contracts and relative. The MACC is the main body that investigate, prosecute and prevent corruption, investigation, prosecution, prevention and collaboration. For supporting law and situation, Penal Code cover bribery and misconduct by public officer. Whistleblower Protection Act 2010 protect those who report corruption. Companies Act 2016 hold business accountable for bribery. Bank Negara PAC monitor financial activities and governance spending of transparency. In summary, the MACC Act 2009 it can conclude that Malaysia combat corruption through strong investigation, fair prosecution and preventive measures to build integrity in all sectors.
We will look in terms of type of punishment given. The first one we got fine and imprisonment, second imprisonment and also the third one additional penalties. The first punishment is under the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission MACC Act 2009. Individuals found guilty of corruption can face both fine and also jail terms. It also can reach in time the value of the bribe or RM10,000 amount, whichever amount is higher. This rule ensures that the offender not only loses what they gain through the corruption, but also face heavy financial consequences. And secondly, imprisonment. Corruption offenders can be sentenced to up till 20 years in prison, depending on the seriousness of the offence. Longer jail terms are usually given to those in position of power or trust, such as government officers, politicians, or company director. Thus, the punishment also reflects the damage corruption causes to public trust and national integrity. And last and most likely to occur is also additional penalties, whereby it also includes forfeiture of assets gained from the corruption, such as property, money, or luxury item, perhaps termination or suspension from their job or public position, blacklisting from holding future public office or government contract, and these penalties ensure that corrupt individuals cannot benefit from their illegal action or return to position of influence.
As an example, in Malaysia, from the former Prime Minister, Najib Tun Razak was convicted in 2020 on several charges including abuse of power, money laundering and criminal breach of trust related to 1MDB. He then was sentenced to 12 years in prison and fined.
Next, we go to effective of corruption, which is first is deterrence. Deterrence Malaysia use district punishments such as long prison sentences, heavy fines, asset confiscation and blacklisting from holding public office to discourage corruption. These severe consequences reduce the likelihood of repeat offences. Additionally, when high-profile politicians and senior officials are publicly convicted, it creates a strong warning to others and increase public awareness that corruption will not be tolerated. And then second is recent trends. Recent trends, which is in recent years, there has been a noticeable rise in high-profile corruption cases brought to court, showing stronger enforcement effort by MACC. Transparency measures including online disclosure and integrity reporting have improved public access to information. At the same time, whistleblowing mechanisms have become more effective, allowing more individuals to safely report corruption, leading to more cases being uncovered. Next is challenges of corruption. First is enforcement gap, which is corruption cases can be slowed down by weak investigative efficient, causing low delays before charges are made. Some cases take years to conclude, which reduce public confidence and make people feel that justice is not delivered quickly or effectively. Second is political interference. When corruption involves politician and investigation may face selective enforcement or uneven treatment. Limited institutional independence can lead to inconsistent punishment, making it difficult to ensure fairness and allowing some individuals to avoid accountability. Next, illegal limitation. Some corruption cases result in lighter sentences, which weakens the overall deterrent effect of the law. In addition, many corruption schemes involve complicated financial networks, hidden transactions, or overseas accounts, making evidence difficult to trace that prosecution harder to prove in court. And then lastly is public perception. Public perception is even with ongoing anti-corruption effort, many people still feel that powerful individuals can escape punishment, which lower public trust in the system. Although media reports and civil society activism help expose wrongdoing, their impact can be limited when investigation or reforms are slow. Next, for the conclusion, corruption is a major problem in Malaysia because it harms public trust and weakens government integrity. The MACC Act 2009 addresses offences like bribery, abuse of power, and false claims with penalties such as heavy fines up to 20 years imprisonment and asset forfeiture. While the laws are strong, challenges like political influence and slow enforcement still make corruption difficult to combat. Therefore, Malaysia needs firm, fair enforcement and greater public awareness to effectively reduce corruption and protect national integrity.